up sa inyo dyan mga tol. Tara pag-usapan po natin itong breaking news po patungkol po sa Iran at Israel conflict. Ayon po sa IAEA o International Atomic Energy Agency, ang Iran po ay merong enough uranium for nuclear bombs. So napakahalaga po na pag-usapan natin ngayon. Pero bago po natin umpisan po ang lahat ng ito ay please hit the subscribe button and notification bell para updated ka palagi sa mga videos natin parating. Tara, umpisan na natin to. Let's go! So ayan nga mga tol, no? Ayon po sa balita na ito, merong enough. Sabi nga Iran has enough enriched uranium for nuclear bombs. If I'm not mistaken po, no? Hindi po ako nagkakamali. Ito pong sinasabi po na ito ay yung uranium which is kailangan po for nuclear bombs. Ibig sabihin, malaki po posibilidad na meron na silang nuclear bomb ang Iran. Pero ano po ba ang sabi po sa balita na ito? Bago po tayo magbigay ng opinion, ay pakinggan po natin muna, no? Play natin.
Turn to Mike Tobin with the very latest on the ground in Israel. Hi, Mike.
Good morning, Curly. Good morning, Todd. Once again, southern Israel took a hit from an Iranian missile. It hit in the town of Beersheba, very near an apartment and an industrial complex, causing fire and damage on the ground. No reports of injuries. There are reports that this single missile made its way through the air defenses because one of the interceptors malfunctioned. There were no reports of injuries. Again, Beersheba is the same town where yesterday a missile hit the Soroka Hospital, resulting in dozens of minor injuries, some of them serious. The Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency tells me in an exclusive interview, Iran does have enough uranium for several nuclear bombs, and the regime is just a quick step away from enriching to weapons-grade uranium. However, he said he saw no plans for Iran to take that step. And he believes even at this stage, diplomacy is the path to prevent Iran from acquiring a nuclear.
Alright guys, so dito dinideklara po ng isa pong ito po yata yung sa IAEA o International Atomic Energy Agency chief na kinukumpirma nila na meron pong enough na uranium na kailangan po ng nuclear bombs. Pero ito several. So ibig sabihin ilan lamang, no? Kung di po nagkakamali, no? Hindi naman talaga ganun karami. Gayunpaman, ito po yung pagpapalagay po o sa kanila galing itong IAEA. And paano po nila malalaman yun, no? Kung ako po ang tatanungin, hindi natin sure kung gaano ka-credible po itong mga source po na kung itong mga information po na ito kung saan nila nakuha. Pero ito po ay naniniwala po kung malaki ang chance na totoo po talaga yan. Ngayon pa man, no? Sino bang makakapagsabi kung meron sila talaga? Meron na, pag ginamit po ito, yan po yung magiging usapin po dito, no? Kasi seryoso na po talaga yun at nuclear war na po yung mangyayari, which is napaka mapaminsala po ito, hindi lamang po sa kanilang mga kalaban kundi sa sandaigdig, no? Damay-damay po ito, may epekto po sa atin lahat ito, kaya hindi po nakakatuwa yung mga bagay po na mangyayari po na ito.
To take that step. And he believes even at this
napaniwalaan daw niya na hindi naman naaabot doon sa punto na yun na gagamitin yun ng Iran. Tama ba, no? Sabi na, pakinggan ni Mege.
For Iran to take that. However, he said he saw no plans for Iran to take that step. And he believes even at this stage, diplomacy is the path to prevent Iran from acquiring a nuclear weapon.
I believe that there is a way to take this danger or this concern out of the table in a negotiated way with a very robust, as I said, I've been in conversations, very good conversations with Steve Witkoff and with the Iranians as well. I believe that there are ways in which we can make sure that Iran does not get a nuclear weapon.
Now, Israel reports every day their fighters and drones are taking out missile systems in Iran. Today, we have images of that. The IDF says strikes were carried out in the areas of Isfahan and Tehran, saying the equipment that you see in these images are both radar installations and missile systems intended to strike Israeli aircraft. For days now, Israel says that their fighters have enjoyed air superiority, meaning they can operate at will in the skies over Iran without the risk of being shot down. Carly and Todd?
Okay, Mike Tobin live.
Todo karagdagan po sa sinasabi po nila, no, na bagay po na ito, 'di ba? Ayaw nila magkaroon ng Iran ng nuclear weapon dahil marami po ang nakakaunawa na ito po yung gagamitin po sa Israel, which is, no, napaka-delikado dahil hindi lamang sa Israel po ito, kundi talaga pong dami-dami dahil hindi lang naman po mag-isa ang Israel. Diba? Marami rin po itong allied at for sure magiging nuclear war po kapag naumpisan po ng Iran. Hindi po ba? Kaya naman po, makikita naman po ninyo yan na hindi ganun-ganun lamang, no? Kasi iba, lalo na pagka pro-Iran, pro-Palestine, ang tinitingnan basta mabura, ma-eradicate itong Israel, itong mga Hudyo. May mga nagsasabi po nga na ito pong Iran Prime Minister reincarnation po ni Hitler. No, marami po silang mga gigil na gusto po mangyari yung bagay nito without knowing na mayroong risk po yan na hindi lamang basta ganun ang mangyayari at hindi naman po talaga mangyayari yung ganun na iniisip ng mga tao na pwedeng burahin ng Israel ng ganoon. No? Ang tagal na pong sigalit yan sa Arab nation, sa mga kalaban po ng Israel, pero nag-i-exist pa rin sila. Kahit kay Hitler, sa panahon ni Hitler, hindi naman talaga lubusan na naubos ng Israelites. Marami pa rin pong Israelita, no? Ano ba pinag-uusapan natin dito? Pare-pareha lang po mapipinsala. Mapahudyo ka, Arabo, o Palestinyo, Pilipino, damay po ito, pang malawakan po ito dahil hindi basta-basta po yung nuclear war, no? Pero kung titignan po natin, no, sabi nga ayon, no, sa International Atomic Energy Agency chief, sinasabi po na negotiation pa rin po ang magiging tumpak, ultimatum na babagsakan po nito ayon sa kanyang pananaw, no? Pero ako naniniwala po ako na nasa Diyos naman po lahat yan. Kung anong mangyari, ipag-pray po natin na nawa maging maayos ang lahat. Pero 'di ba, mga tao lang po ito na nag-uusap na hindi naman sila Diyos. Hindi natin alam kung anong pwedeng gawin, pwedeng i-allow mangyari. Isa lang po ang malinaw sa balita po na ito, merong enough enriched of uranium for nuclear bombs itong Iran. Which is, I think, ayon po sa pagkakaunawa ko, correct nyo kung mali ako, ito po yung kailangan para makumpleto po itong paggamit po sa nuclear bomb na chemical o ano man ito, na kapag meron na po yan, nandun ka na sa konti na lang, baga kaya mo na paubrahin. Ngayon po, no, ayon naman sa kanila rin, diba, hawak nila yung lugar, kumbaga nakikita nila, napapasok nila ng without being shut down, sabi nga, no, yung lugar ng Iran. Sabi nga yata doon sa isang report, no, yung sky, yung kalangitan ng Iran ay hawak o kontrolado ng US. Hindi ko alam kung ano ibig sabihin nun, pero I think pinatutungkulan nila malawak ang scope nila, na ito'y kung ano man ang gawin ng Iran, nakikita nila at nakikita at pwede silang tumira anytime. Sabi nga alam nila kung nasan yung Iran Prime Minister at nagsalita po yung Amerika, 'di ba, na pag hindi naganap yung unconditional surrender, pagsusurrender ng Iran, pinag-iisipan na po mag-step forward, humakbang na rin po itong US sa usapin po na ito. Patignan po natin maigi pa yung kabuuan bago tayo magpaalam.
But given that deadline, it gives the Israelis significant time to continue to erode the long-range strike capabilities and really defang the Iranian missile, military, and nuclear apparatus. So should the president decide to enter, the U.S. actually has less work here. So this is consistent both with the president's philosophy and with the idea of America first.
What do you make of the theory that this 2-week window from Trump is merely a delay tactic to allow Israel to perform a covert op inside Fordo to do exactly the same thing that the bunker buster would do, which is destroy Fordo?
Well, a covert op designed to ferry out the uranium would be 100% safer, would be 100% more secure way, because you wouldn't know if, you would know actually if the uranium was not destroyed in some kind of blast or explosion. But conversely, it comes with a lot more risks. I don't see this, by the way, as some kind of covert op or psyop or anything designed to buy time for that. I actually see it as designed to buy time for the Iranians to realize how much of a bind they are, how much they have critically lost, and how much President Trump is giving them one last chance before really hitting pedal to the metal here. To be honest, just looking objectively as an outsider, the only thing that is standing between the collapse of this regime and certain death is President Trump. So President Trump has a real capability to say it's dismantle or else.
So over the past week, and it was a week when we learned that Israel did strike inside Iran, the axis of resistance has been very quiet. Hezbollah, the Houthis, Hamas. How do you think that Iran feels about the lack of response from their terror proxies?
They feel alone and afraid. And if I had to, connect the dots, this is probably one reason why the Israelis witnessed and sensed that this is a sense of opportunity. The fact that Hezbollah and Hamas have been deracinated and neutered. The fact that the U.S. had been dealing with the Houthis. The fact that the Shia militias in Iraq were too afraid to fire, or whose firing was not necessarily impactful throughout the course of the wars of the post-October 7 Middle East, meant that the Islamic Republic lost one major leg of its conventional deterrent. Conversely, as you see with the missile strategy not performing as well either, the other leg of the regime's conventional deterrent had fallen in. And given the fact that the regime is weak at home, economically bankrupt, socially has a little to no base at home, this is all why the Israelis sense that this was now or never.
I want to add something to all the ills that the current regime is undergoing right now. Despite talk of these ongoing negotiations, do we really believe that an 86-year-old religious zealot, quite frankly, to your point in that last answer, with absolutely nothing to lose, is really going to negotiate? That's my big concern here.
Well, the real art of the deal for the president is to make this 86-year-old zealot that you mentioned, which is the Middle East's longest-running contemporary dictator, to do exactly what his predecessor did, which he called drinking from the poison chalice, or settling for a suboptimal solution, forcing him to do what he doesn't want to do. But in the case that his ideology almost certainly overwhelms his pragmatism and his desire for survival, that he should know that the U.S. has all the capability and all the intent to really help make a nation that is a 88 million person nation not any longer be a hostage to that 86-year-old individual.
We already showed a little bit of the celebration that took place in New Jersey when Idan Alexander came home yesterday. We'll show a little bit more in the show as it progresses. But how do you think that this war with Iran is impacting the remaining hostages in Gaza?
Well, there are some folks who are saying it's overshadowing it completely. I don't see that at all the case. If you're going after the sponsor of the multiple terror proxies that the regime has created or co-opted in the Middle East, you're doing the right thing, because you're disconnecting the dots between the patron and the proxy. And the more pressure you have on the patron, the more leverage actually Israel has on the proxy, be that in the Gaza Strip with Hamas or any other one that it seems to be fighting, occasionally Hezbollah in the north still. This is actually leverage that Israel has to actually be able to press to get the hostages back.
We will be watching it all. Ben Teleblue, thank you so much for joining.
Alright mga tol, yan po ang usapin po ngayon dito na napakainit po dahil panglahatan po talaga ito kung tutuusin po. Kumbaga pang malawakan, pang daigdigan pong problema ito kapag meron talagang tunay na nabuo ng nuclear o kompleto na halos ng Iran. Wala pa man po iyan, sa bagay po na yan, Sinasabi nga po dito sa balita, yung Prime Minister po, tila wala nang mawawala sa kanya. 86 years old ba, ganon? So, ang mangyayari po niyan, parang pwedeng sala sa ano na yan, laban na talaga. Dahil nasa anong edad na siya, no? Punong edad, karaniwan ang iniisip, wala nang mawawala. Kung tama ako ng pagkaunawa, yun yung pinag-uusapan nila. At ano mang mga kampe o may mga affiliate sa Iran, mga terorista katulad po ng Hezbollah, diba? Wala daw galaw ngayon, no? Walang kagalaw-galaw, hindi sumasabay. Kasi sabi, kung nagbibigay ng pressure ngayon itong Iran-Israel conflict sa Prime Minister po ng Iran, the more pa doon sa mga connected na terrorist group sa Iran. No, ikaw ano masasabi mo dito? Tingin mo buo na o may kakayanan na talaga ang Iran ngayon magpalipad ng nuclear bomb? Ano masasabi mo sa mga maaaring mangyari? Comment down below, pag-usapan natin yan sa comment section, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell para updated ka palagi sa mga videos natin na parating. See ya ulit sa susunod na video.